not the leader of a cult. RabbitWithAxe.
Greetings, demons, and welcome to a bit more of a serious video than I typically make, and an update to what content I'll be producing and what games I'll be covering in the future. So, as some of you may have seen recently, the CEO of Epic Games, Tim Sweeney, has made some, let's just say, questionable statements regarding a recent controversy surrounding Elon Musk's X platform and its generative AI model known as Grok. Now, I don't honestly want to get into the specifics surrounding the controversy, and if you are interested in the specifics, I would recommend looking into it yourself. I will link a PC Gamer article which discusses the controversy and how Tim Sweeney has commented on it down in the description below for those that are interested. What I have decided to do, due to this most recent news as well as previous issues I have with how Epic Games and Tim Sweeney specifically have been acting, mostly in regards to AI integration and monetization practices, is to stop covering Epic produced games on this channel, effective immediately and for the foreseeable. What does this mean for the channel? It means I will no longer be making videos on Fortnite, Rocket League, Fall Guys, or any other Epic Games release. I will continue to create content around games built on the Unreal Engine, despite it being owned and developed by Epic, but games which are owned and operated by them are off the table, at least for now. Things may change in the future, and I may still talk about major gaming news that includes Epic Games. Think my coverage of the Game Awards, for example. But until I feel confident that the philosophy of Epic Games and its CEO aligns with my own, I simply don't feel comfortable promoting or otherwise sharing content related to their games. And just as a minor addition to this update, I will also no longer be covering Roblox on the channel due to their CEO, David Baszucki, recently announcing that they too will be heavily leaning into AI-generated development and worlds. I haven't actually covered a Roblox experience since the 5 Days of Squid Game series back in 2021, but for many of the same reasons as for Epic Games, I simply no longer feel comfortable creating content around these experiences. So, with all that being said, and on a lighter note, content will be returning to a greater frequency in the coming days, as I've spent the last week or so trying to decide how to approach some of my content for the new year, and I have a few things lined up to release somewhat soon. In any case, thanks for joining me for this slightly more somber channel update, and I hope to see you in the next regular video. Bye!
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just wanna tell